Hey guys, Mousy here. I figured as part of my comeback I would start doing some reviews of sites to get a bit of an idea of what's out there, how we lay it out, and perhaps how my very old school style, whether I've got any advice for you guys. So the first site that I'm going to do is Marked, and it is owned by Mavis. It is an original fantasy play-by-post RPG, as you can see there on the screen. This is how it looks in Chrome. So normally I use Chrome, and Chrome tends to be the browser of choice for most people. While I was setting up the recording for this, I did actually also set it up in Edge, which we'll have a quick look at, because as much as I love this very cute snowfall look, if you have a look in a different browser, it's very stuttery, and it does seem to affect the site as a whole. So that's something you might need to think about, add some conditional code that might stop that from displaying on browsers other than Chrome or Firefox where it might work. I don't actually have Firefox installed on this computer, so I can't test that one for you. But mostly this looks quite good, with the exception of that stutter. So we'll go back to Chrome. Yay for Chrome. You can see that's so much smoother. Now this is a landing page. I'm very old school in that my landing pages were always the forum itself. So I was a little bit thrown when I first loaded up the page to see that we've got the latest news here, which is actually informational topics. If you're able to pin something here that sort of gives an introduction to the site, or a general overview of how active you are, or anything like that, something that can show that the site is more than massive block text, this is really awesome for letting people know about your world and what's going on. Not so much an excellent impression on your front page. But that would be probably my only comment here. You've got some awesome and very complex information here, which is great. I love a good sidebar. I would probably, in here somewhere, probably break that up a little bit. You've got a bit of a block paragraph thing going. We'd probably paragraph there and another one there, just to break it up and make it a little bit easier to digest. I love these newbie guides, all that sort of stuff. Really good to have those nav links right on the side there. Really helps people get straight back in. New members is awesome. Can see that you've got a fairly steady stream of accounts registering, which is awesome. Really good impression for people who are first coming to the site. I love this skin. Was it made for you or made by you? Doesn't really matter, but it's quite gorgeous. I really love it. Nice little chat box down there. Is this Discord? It is Discord. That's amazing. I love Discord. Discord wasn't a thing when I was running Tally, so. Okay, so that's your home page, and it looks really good. The main forum page, and this is probably where I'm going to sound really backwards. This text color, you might want to look at lightening that a little bit. It is a little bit hard to read. I might just be getting old. That's pretty cool. That's nice and useful. I like that. This is so unusual for me, seeing these. Oh, this is amazing. This looks really good. I love this. It's not your typical forum layout. It's not something that I would do, but it looks really good, and that's cool. You've got your little rulers and stuff, and I really like that. It's very well presented, and you can certainly get the whole fantasy vibe there, which I love. You probably want to put something in there and there to sort of balance it out a bit, I guess. Is same with these ones. Just to sort of, if you're going to do it for one, you should probably do it for all. But otherwise, this is a really unique layout in my experience. Recent topics is always good. If there's a reason you haven't put a sidebar into your main forum, I fully respect that. I usually like to carry it over on all pages rather than just having it on the one. But let's go have a look at one of your actual forums. Okay, so how do we go into there? That one. So there's the good old forum layout that I'm very used to. Awesome. Have a look at a thread. My apologies to... Ooh, hang on, this looks amazing. My apologies to whoever's writing this is. I'm sorry, I don't like to broadcast things without some sort of permission, but this looks really, really effective. I love the little banner on there, and that's a really nice layout for a post system. Awesome. That's so easy to follow. I really, really like that. Alright, so we've had a look at the forum. There's not a whole lot that I can see there that I would really change. A lot of it is very much set to how you would like it, which there is nothing wrong there. My favourite thing is the online now, but yeah, my favourite, the stalker list. I do love a good stalker list. Okay, let's see what else you've got. That all looks very good to me. There's not a lot that I would change, except for organising it in the way that I would do it. This, I've never seen this done before. I'm sure there are plenty of places that have done it, but this is gorgeous. I mean, look at this. That's just beautiful. If you're watching this review and this isn't your site, please take a minute to appreciate how beautiful this is. That is excellently done. I really like that. It's so hard with a original setting to get people into your world, to get them to understand your world. Like there's so much there that's very hard to communicate in a short amount of time and in a way that people don't feel like they're overwhelmed by the amount of information you're putting out. So I think you've done really well with that map. Let's go have a look at what else we've got. So, information. Ah, well, this is nice. So you've got your different different classifications, your newbie guide, your site rules, storyline and history, groups breakdown, important positions and roles, current events, magic, and claimed faces. That is excellent. I really, really like that. I like how you've got it numbered. That's quite cool. Alright, let's look at the newbie guide. I love them big headlines. Really good way to sort of start and help people navigate through there. Nice and short, but to the point. Very useful. Excellent. Never expect people to read too much. Always have the information there, but as a backup for when people need it. You don't want to overwhelm someone with having to read novels upon novels upon novels of information when they first get into a site. And like I said before, when you're running a site that is original, that it's things that have come from you, that can be really, really challenging. I know even with the few things that I've done where they're little customizations, little bits and pieces that I've sort of added to the canon world that I've run, it's very hard when you feel like someone's not doing it right. So you've got a really good balance there. Your newbie guide's awesome. I like that. Site rules. Okay, so this is your main post. This is the only thing that anyone really, really needs to read, which is good. They seem very fair, and short. Fair, short, and to the point. You don't want someone to have... Again, you don't want to overwhelm them with information. They shouldn't feel like they need to read a law book to be able to play. really good definitions in here, really well thought out. I can certainly see anyone coming to this site would have a very clear idea of what the expectations are, and that's pretty much what you want to establish with your rules. Not so much telling people how to be, but setting a standard. Storyline and history. This is where we sort of get, you can get a bit heavy, but there's not really any way to avoid that, especially if you're running a board that has a rich history. So this I expect to be a little bit heavier, but that is actually a very good balance. And that should be enough to get your newbies in, to get people to understand the world that you're running. Yeah, that's quite good. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, so you've got your areas and their roles. That's all very, very well done. I think the way that you've structured the site in terms of your threads and the amount of information that you've got available is absolutely spot on. The fonts that you've chosen, we'll go back into the newbie guide for a second. You've got the black on the white, you've got your giant headings, which is like, that's really, 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 really effective. I know exactly where I'm going with this. You've done a lot of things design-wise that have been very effective. The only thing I probably don't like, and I don't know how you go about fixing it, is this little break here where you've got the color change. The overlay is not gone down far enough. It looks a little bit weird to me. But overall, like, the site is extremely well presented. It seems to be extremely well thought out. I would be very surprised if people who come here aren't impressed. I would do something about the portal though. This portal, has an excellent place in the forum, but in terms of having these on your first page, that could be a bit of a turn off. It certainly, when I sort of came in here and saw these couple of posts up on your latest news, I sort of wondered if I was even on the right page, and if I was, or even if I clicked the right link. That's probably my biggest criticism of the site in general. So your tone that you've set with your rules is excellent, your structure is fantastic. The forum itself, like I said, not completely how I would do it, but nothing ever is anymore. I'm well old school on that regard. I do love the innovative layout though, and I'm really excited to see what people have been able to do with these boards. What else have we got? Oh, hello. Wow. You've impressed me a lot with this one. This is fantastic. Having all of that right there, that's amazing. I love it. I really, really love it. You've got your character information and creation sections. You've got, oh my goodness, this is amazing. So I'm assuming that's a really good replacement for having your sidebar on your main forums. Yes, I love it. Let's have a look at some other things. You've got, this looks really cool. I don't ever like these being done like that, but sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes you gotta suck it up. Oh, you got your nice little chat jump. Cool. That's excellent. Ah, you got your little advertise thing. Wonderful. So, overall, I'm extremely impressed. The level of thought that has gone into this particular site is incredible. There's really no other way to say it. It is incredible. Um, if fantasy was my thing, I would be here in a heartbeat. There's just a few things that you could do to break up paragraphs to make them a little bit easier to read on site. Perhaps get something in here that you could use as sort of an introduction, something that maybe you could pin in there. I'm not sure how much control you've got over the portal anymore, but something like that would be really effective. But yeah, I'm going to go back to the forum and have another look for a second because I love this. I really love this. How cool is that? I've never seen that done before. Maybe it's the thing that you do all the time now. I don't know. But I think it's pretty fantastic. So, excellent job, Mavis. Really, really, really like what you're doing here. Really would love to see this gain some popularity, and I don't think there's much that you could do to really improve it. Again, with the effect in the background, just keep in mind for people who aren't on other browsers, and especially people on mobile browsers. That can be a bit of a shot in the foot, especially with people doing more and more from tablets and iPads and whatnot now. But yeah, fantastic work, and I hope I've been helpful. Cheers.